what's up? It's your girl, Nurse Sharita Bonita. So today is my big dosage calculation exam day. The MAC exam is what they call it. So I'm headed out right now. Ooh, I know this made it dark. I'm headed out right now for my exam. To head to the campus. My exam doesn't start until 11, so I do got a little bit of extra time. I apologize. Also, I want to apologize to you guys because I've noticed that, okay, so when I'm doing my car ride filming, of course, my video is going to be set the long way instead of the wide way. I am aware of that. Is for my car ride video, so I want to apologize to you guys about that already, because I know it's a few of my videos like that, because it just actually looks better when it's this way, and it's because where I mount my phone at now is lower than how I was able to mount my phone when I had my other truck. So because this is a new vehicle, it mounts down lower. So sorry about that. So I do want to tell you guys off the back, I do have major anxiety about this exam. Major anxiety about this exam. I don't know how I'm going to do on this exam. I can tell y'all for the practice, which was 50 question practice, I made an 89 on the practice, which was great, but in all honesty, I could have even easily made better than an 89 on the practice. It was just simply small little errors that I made that was mind-boggling, you know. And when I say small errors that I made, situations where I wrote down the correct answer on paper when I worked the problem out, and for some reason I put down a completely different answer in the computer. So that is one of my problems when it comes to dosage calculation. That is one of my problems that I have identified. And like one of them was so bad that I wrote down the answer right on paper when I calculate the problem. Easy problem, dimensional over half problem, okay? And I put I put the order in as the answer. So a complete mishap, you know, and those are things that can happen when you're tired, for one, because like I said, this was a 50 question practice, and I did 40 questions at a time before I was like, look, I'm too tired to do any more, because literally I was too tired to do any more. And I probably should have just did 20 at a time, and then did the next 20 the next day when I was more awake, because I did it in the evening time as well. So I really have to pay attention, you know, to the little small errors like that. This actual MAC exam, dosage exam I'll be taking today, it's only going to be 20 questions, and 20 questions in which I can only get 2 wrong. 2, friends, you heard me, 2 wrong. So that's why my anxiety level is like out of control, and I'm trying to like calm it down. And just like we talked about being prepared, I just want to make sure I go in there and I'm prepared. And I really hope all goes well. I really, 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 really am praying that I pass this exam this first go round, because if I don't pass it the first go round, then I'll have to go into remediation and I'll have to retake this whole exam next week. So I don't want to do that, because so far I've been more focused on this exam than I've been focused on actually studying the information, the class information, which I that's just how stressed I've been over this exam, and I don't like that, because this has put me out of my study routine, and I need to get back to my regular studying routine, not so focused on this exam. So I have no idea how this exam is going to be. I have no idea the particular questions that are going to be on this exam at all. I just want to do my very best. And the fact that I can only get 2 wrong is just, it's a lot. Like, we have to make a 90 on it. So this is it's a lot, friends. So I'm hoping that I'm gonna do well. I guess I'm talking to you guys this morning to try to bring my anxiety level down, calm me down, and help me to be able to focus on the information at hand. So I am gonna get to campus a little early. If you have been watching my videos from the very beginning of when I started taking my prerequisites for the nursing program, and you might want to go back and watch that video where I talk about the disability accommodations. I am under disability accommodations with my campus, and so because of that, I get to take my exam in the disability office, and I'm taking my exam an hour before my actual class start taking their exam. So my exam is scheduled for 11, theirs is scheduled for 12 o'clock p.m. Their friends, they only have like 60 minutes to take their 20 question exam, and I will tell you that just basically gives them about 2 to 3 minutes per question. And so a lot of these dosage calculations exam questions, it definitely takes a lot more than that to answer them, to work them out, and definitely to be able to go back and recheck your work or check over your work. So that's how it is. But for me, because I'm under disability accommodations, I will have over an hour to take my exam. I actually get up to, it's over an hour and 30 minutes to take my exam. I'll tell y'all the exact time after I take my exam today, because I'll get to look at the time when I'm taking it. But I get the extra time, so that's one of the perks of being under the disability accommodations. So I will maybe talk to y'all about that at another time. But like I said, if you go back and watch my previous video that talks about disability accommodations, I will put the information about that previous video in the title of it in the I'll try to put it down in my description, so you guys can go reference that, because that's the disability accommodations. It's quite a good bit of students that are under disability accommodations and are getting that extra time. So particularly if you are somebody who has anxiety, you do qualify for disability accommodations, and you do qualify to get the extra time for when you're taking an exam. And trust me, that is very helpful, because particularly when you're taking a math exam and you really got to be working out equations and different things like that, I feel everybody needs that extra time, because that is extra stress on you and things like that. So I do not fall up under anxiety for my actual disability accommodations. Mine is because I have multiple sclerosis, so that qualified me to partake in the disability accommodations. So I have disability accommodations in place the whole time I'm in this nursing program. I had it in place before I was even in the nursing program, and every semester you just got to fill out a renewal form to let them know that you are going to be taking classes for that next semester, whatever semester you're going to be taking classes in. And it's so good because they contact my instructors themselves and let them know that I am part of disability accommodations. And with that disability accommodations, I am also able to record my lectures, which is something that I have not done. But I said I'm gonna start doing it because that is something that I'm allowed to do, and I need to start taking advantage and utilizing everything that I am qualified or approved to be able to do. So that's how that goes. So after I take my exam, I'll meet my class group in the classroom, because we have a regular lecture day today. So they probably are gonna finish around, well, they'll finish around 1, some of them 1:05, 1:10. So I'll already be waiting. I'll be waiting for them to finish, and once they finish, like I said, we'll go into class and we'll have our regular lecture time. And I'm just so praying that I can pass this exam and that I don't have to do remediation, because, for example, like the practice exam I did and I made that 89 on, technically that would cause me to have to go through remediation and redo that whole exam just by 1 point, because there's no such thing as a rollover in the nursing program. So yeah, so we just yeah, that's just how that goes. So I'm on campus now, almost to the building that I need to be in, and like I said, hopefully this day is gonna go really well. I did not want this video to be too long. I'm probably gonna call you guys back after I take my exam, and maybe we can chit chat a little bit more, and I can let you know how I feel about the exam, kind of thing. And so I'll probably do that. I'll probably call you guys back. Make sure you answer your phone when I call back so that I can tap in with you about how my exam go. I do want to tell you my exam process. I don't know if I talked to you guys about the chewing gum thing. I'm going to tell you that real quick. Okay, so how I do with the chewing gum is when I am studying, I chew gum. Okay, and after then when I get ready to take my exam, I make sure I chew the same gum flavor that I chewed when I was studying. Okay, if you do that, they say that help you to retain the information you learned, and it helps with memory retention and everything, you to be able to remember these things when you sit down and take the actual exam. I'm trying to be able to tell you guys if I feel like this really works or not work kind of thing. I'm trying to think if it's any exams that I think it's okay, from how I see it so far. But we'll see. We gonna see today, if it's a for show kind of thing. So I'm parking by another car that's just like mine. Okay, so that's one thing that I do make sure that, you know, I do. Okay, so I'm here and I'm gonna call you guys back. I'm gonna try to put something in my stomach real quick so my stomach ain't growling while I'm sitting there taking the test. I don't even know what time it is yet, but I know it's not 11 o'clock. So I'm gonna just eat some cheese crackers real quick and I'm gonna call you guys back. All right, bye. Hey guys, I told y'all I was gonna call y'all back, so this is me calling you back. Yeah, I did take my exam. I didn't get to call you back earlier because I was having some issues with my phone. My phone wouldn't cut off. It wouldn't let me click on no apps or any of that kind of stuff. So that's why I didn't get to call you back earlier. But nonetheless, I'm calling you back now. So I remember I was telling you about the exam. I was telling you how many minutes I was supposed to get extra time because I'm under disability accommodations. Well, I noticed on this exam I got an hour. So they forgot to actually add my extra time because an hour was the same time that I found out everybody else had to take the exam. But it so happens that that was enough time and more for me because I was able to complete the exam. I was able to go back through most of the problems and rework the problems out again. So I know you guys want to know, how did I do on my dosage calculation exam? The MAC exam is what it's called. I did get the results in, so let's see, guys. So on the exam, I passed my exam with a 90% on the dot. If you guys remember, I told you guys that that's all I needed to pass the exam was a 90%, and I did get the 90%. In another video, I'm probably going to tell y'all more detail about the exam, what kind of equations was on the exam, what kind of hints and tips I used to help me remember the equations that was on the exam, remember how to solve them. I think when it comes to your dosage exams, you have to put in place different tips and hints on how you can remember how to solve different equations so that you won't get confused, you won't get discombobulated and not know what to do. So I just want to let you guys know, I'm so happy that I passed that exam. I know I told y'all that I had a lot of anxiety leading up to the exam. I did, because before I even went in to take the exam, my stomach was all over the place, you guys. My stomach was all over the place. And I mean, to the point that even after the exam, I wasn't able to eat anything. I'm hoping now, it's 5:24 right now. So I'm hoping that I will be able to eat something, because I really hadn't been able to eat nothing or really drink much. So I am going to drink some water, push some electrolytes in me, because I could be a little dehydrated. So this was a long event. I'm so happy that I got it over with the first go around and don't have to do it a second time, because could you imagine how my nerves would be then if I had to do it a second time? So I'm so happy I got it out the way, and now I can focus on just studying for the regular exam I have coming up next week, Thursday, which is going to cover metabolism, oxygenation, and infection. So now I have the rest of the time to focus on that, focus on a little bit of class assignments, and I got that big hurdle out the way, and it feels so good. It feels so good, guys. So I definitely want to come back to tell you guys how that went. And thank you guys for supporting me. Thank you guys for always being there for me. And you know, I don't say this enough as I say it to myself, but the first person I thank for helping me pass this exam is God. Okay, that's the first person I thank is God for helping me with this exam. What you guys don't know is that I always put God first, or you should know, and I always pray to God on a constant basis. And I don't so much as, I did not pray for God to help me pass the exam, to make me pass the exam. No, I prayed for God before I took the exam to help give me calmness, to calm me down, and to help me be able to focus, pay attention to every small detail, and to take my time. That's what I prayed to God for. So I thank God so much for answering my prayer in that regard, because like I said, my anxiety was through the roof. I was just had so much feelings going on, and so I'm just so happy that everything worked out for me. So if you guys got any questions about this Dosage exam, please leave your comments down in my comment box below. I'll do my best to answer them, even if I have to do a whole separate video for you guys. And also, please make sure you like and comment this video, and subscribe if you haven't already. And I love you guys so much, and I'm out. Bye.